Hi guys, I'm Sharonda Isadora and welcome to Brazen Babe Reviews. And today we will be doing a book recap, and that book recap will be on Brent Sinatra, All of Me by Mallory Monroe. And child, we have some things to talk about with this book, which I did not finish. I have a little, this is more of a rant recap because this book, girl, we gotta talk, Miss Monroe. We gotta talk. So let's get to it, shall we? Okay, so like I said, guys, it's a little bit hot outside and I had to lace this up a little bit because even though it rained, we're still getting some heat, so it is what it is with that. Get off of it, Bella, the dog trying to drink and stuff. It's laced, you're going to get in trouble. Alright, so again, this is a book recap or a rant of All of Me by Brent Sinatra, All of Me by Mallory Monroe. Here is your cover, lovely people. And as always, I shall put it somewhere in here so that you'll see the cover as I'm doing this recap. Okay, now, as I was saying, this is more of a rant than a recap. A little bit of both. If I can, let me just start by saying, if I can rate this book on Goodreads, it would definitely get 2 stars. I think I rated it earlier because it started off good, and I was like, oh, okay, so we're gonna have like a 4 or 5 star, kind of a read here. Girl, first of all, okay, the story of this book has too much going on in it. There were so many different stories being told in this book, it was kind of ridiculous. Like, everybody had a story, and almost every story was kind of ridiculous. So we start off with these cops in this small town of Jericho. I can't even remember where it was, anyway. I mean, it's in Jericho, but what state, I don't freaking know. Anyway, somewhere near Maine or some shit like that. So we start off with these cops busting inside this room, and you have this little boy who's blood covered with a knife in his hand, and there's a dead body in the hotel room. Okay, and the cops are like, what's going on, blah blah blah, and they find a note in the little boy's pocket, and of course with Brent Sinatra's name on it. So it goes from there. Okay, now hold on to what I just said. Hold on to that, right? So we go inside to this story where Brent, who is the main protagonist in this story, he's this cop, chief of police of this little small town of Jericho. And Sinatra, really? Okay. So he's part of this Sinatra clan. They're all over this town of Jericho. His father is Charlie Sinatra, or Charles Sinatra, or whatever. And, there's this Sinatra, get down, Bella. There's this Sinatra clan, and they're kind of like, run this town or whatever. I'm assuming that Brent's father is like a mob guy, or used to be a mob guy. I did not read all of the stories in the series. This sounds kind of like a standalone to me. Well read, like a standalone to me. So I have, just to get that out there, I have not read any of the other books in this series. This is the first book that I read of the Sinatra clan or whatever. Okay, so like I said, I'm assuming that his daddy, or Pa, whatever the hell it was called, there was so much wrong in this book. y'all. It was so much wrong. Was part of the mob. But Brent, like I said, is the chief of police in this town of Jericho, and he's pretty much by the book. Cop. He doesn't like bullshit. He doesn't take bullshit. Fine, okay, whatever. He is currently dating this woman named Michaela in the book, black woman. This is an interracial romance, guys. And she's like this assistant prosecutor in another town. I don't know how I felt about Brent and Michaela's relationship. It kind of felt more like a friendship to me than an actual romance. Like, besides them just kind of like, I mean, I guess they had like the standard trope of a romance couple, they're in love, they would do anything for each other, they're madly in love with each other, but they also have this long distance relationship. But Michaela has made a decision to move to Jericho. Okay, fine. And I guess things are supposed to be built around Brent and Michaela, coming from this long distance relationship into actually having a closer relationship since she's going to be moving to Jericho, right? Okay. The relationship itself, like I said, it felt more like a friendship. They talked to each other like they were more of a friends with benefit type of a thing going on with me. I mean, like, they joked around, I guess, as a couple would joke around, but it didn't feel real as I was reading it. And then the thing is with Michaela, okay, she grew up in the foster care system. She was this hard to, the kid that never got adopted, never found her forever home, whatever. So when she's moving to Jericho, okay, Brent is like, you're gonna move in with me. She's like, well, I don't want to move in with you. I want to move on my own. Like, what? It's like, what? And he had them propose to her, to the section that I got to. He had them propose to her, but she still felt like she couldn't. I guess she didn't feel like the relationship was tangible, you know what I mean? It kind of felt like to me like her thing was, what if this doesn't work out? What if I move in with him and this doesn't work out? One bitch is what you're not gonna do is confuse the whole hell out of me, because y'all was dating in a long distance relationship for 4 fucking years, and you are going to have an issue when y'all going to be moving in the same town, quite possibly in the same household. You're having an issue. What is going on? What is going on? Then y'all, like I said, it was so many fires in this book. I was reading it. I was like, what the fuck is going on? So now you have it where we still got Brent and Michaela going through this shit. Now Michaela has this motherfucking crazy scene, and yeah, I'm spilling the beans because the book was fucking crazy. Has this crazy scene at her work office where this dude she used to date just couldn't let her go, and he decides to go into her office when he finds out that she's leaving, to go move with Brent. And this married man with kids and everything, with a whole fucking wife and a whole bunch of kids, goes into her office like cussing her out, calling her useless and calling her dumb. How dare you, want to leave and all this other stuff. And I'm like, wait, what the fuck is going on here? And then it's like this crazy scene happens. This dude actually y'all, the shit in this book was beyond ridiculous. It's like everybody in here had the case of the stupids, and I was catching the stupids as I was reading this book. Like, this book made no sense to me. It's like, wait, and then after the incident at her office, basically the guy tries to kill himself in front of her because she's leaving to go be with somebody she wants to be with. Meanwhile, nigga, you with a whole, I'm sorry, I did not miss. Meanwhile, my dude, you sitting here with a whole family and you getting on this woman because she actually is going to leave to go be with somebody who loves her and wants to give them 100% of them. And you don't want her to leave. You're sitting in her office calling her all type of bitches and stupid, and she ain't never gonna be nothing. Mind you, she's an assistant district attorney somewhere, so what the fuck are you talking about? I was just like, what am I reading here? And this dude actually tried to kill himself in front of her because she was leaving. I was like, what? So Brent goes to check on her, right? Again, the relationship felt more like a friendship, like I said, you know, a friends with benefit type of a thing going on there. I just did not get a realness or a real type of closeness from this relationship with Brent and Michaela. It's like he goes to check on her and, oh, I love you, I will do anything for you. She's feeling the same way. Of course, they mess around. And the sex scenes in this book was just like, what are we doing here? Like, even the father, we don't get to that. It was just like, what did he say? They didn't even make any sense. I was reading these sex scenes like, what the fuck? What? And can I just say, the point where I stopped at page 178. And there's this section in here where it says, where is it? Because I gotta find that, because that's gonna bring home my point. And I know you guys are just like trying to get to the point, but I have to find a scene. Where is it? It was some certain here where this chef that works at the father's new wife, the father's second wife, and they were saying that he talks like a black woman. Well, fucking everybody in this book sounded like a black woman, rather they were old or young. Like, I was just like, what is going on here? Like, oh my God. Then we jump to, like I said, he goes to see her after this incident happens at her office, and when he goes to see her, it felt more like he was going to go see a friend. Like, of course, you know, oh, I love you, I'm so glad you're not hurt or whatever, but it didn't feel real to me. I was just like, what is this? It just wasn't like any type of closeness, or I just didn't feel a relationship between Michaela and Brent. Even them talking to each other felt kind of like cold. I just wasn't digging it. Now, remember that I told you there was a little boy in here that was supposed to be Brent's son. He was supposed to be Brent's son from a previous relationship. Now we got this story going on, but y'all, I stopped at 178, and we still ain't find out nothing about this little boy. Mind you, 2 cops took this little boy in the beginning of the book out of the hotel room. These cops worked for this little small town. They're like, we gotta tell Brent who's gonna tell him. And I'm on page 178, 179. What? Ain't nobody tell Brent yet that we done found a kid in a hotel room with a dead body with a knife covered in blood, and he might just be your son, man. Nobody said anything. And I'm sitting here like, what is going on in this story? But I get a story about Michaela and the crazy ex. Okay, maybe that might have something to do with something, since this is supposed to be her and Brent's book. I don't know. We get a story where this crazy copped off scene. We get a scene where this crazy copped off scene goes off, where Brent's little sister, I think she was like 10, gets held hostage by a cop, an ex-cop that he fired. That scene made absolutely no motherfucking sense, because the father goes in there. He's telling the stepmother and the father, you know, stay back, I'll handle it. And they're like, it's just like, what? And there was this one scene where the father actually picks a cop up and throw a cop across the room. What the fuck are we doing here in this book? What are we doing in this book? And the relationship between, I am all for second marriages, or new, you know, whatever you want to call them. If the kid's from a prior relationship wants to have a close relationship with their stepmom. But what you ain't gonna be doing, Miss Monroe, is having this grown ass man and his older brothers calling their 26-year-old stepmother mom. I believe not, ma'am. No, we are not gonna be doing that in this book. She's their age, closer. I think she had one of the daddy's sons was like a little bit younger than her, and he was calling her mom. No. I was just like, what? They were calling this woman mom. She's 26 years old. I have nothing against older men marrying younger women, but what we ain't gonna be doing is for the older kids to be calling that woman mom. No, especially if they're around about the same age as she is. I think the fuck not. No, we're not. I was like, what is it? Then we get this crazy scene where there's this woman named Denise. Now I figured out by skimming through that Denise is the mother of this little boy that was found in the beginning of the book, okay? And she's married to the lieutenant governor of the state, and she's scheming to try to get away from this lieutenant governor. And that story gets mixed up in here. But I couldn't finish this book, y'all. I could not finish this book. I stopped at 178 because, like I said, we found a little boy in a hotel room that might be Brent's son, and we don't know where the little boy at. And all of this time, where's the little boy at, lady? Where's he at, lady? I was just like, this is probably the worst book I have read so far in 2018. And this is part of my summer reading list, and I am so disappointed in this book. It started off with the murder scene with the little boy, and I was like, oh, okay. And then, even though the almost suicide scene in the beginning of the book with Michaela, I was like, oh, okay, shit, who starts their book off with a murder? Like murder, suicide. And I was like, alright, that's cool, we good. But then as the book went on, it made no goddamn sense. The story made no sense. Oh, and one of Brent's other brothers, he gets in an accident, him and his high-ass crackhead girlfriend, they get in a fucking accident and run somebody over, and oh God, it's just in the way these two were talking to each other. I was like, what are we like in some, they sounded like truly small town hits. I want drugs, you won't give me some. I was like, not to that effect, but it was just so stereotypical for the black characters and the white characters. Oh my God, this book was terrible. This was a terrible book, and I'm so disappointed in it. I thought I was going to get like an A+ read, or at least a B, maybe a B-. But the more I read, I was just like, this. It was too much going on. There were too many story arcs going on. Too many characters all over the place. We couldn't get a straight and a narrow with Brent and Michaela, which you just didn't get a realness of their relationship anyway. It felt more like a friends with benefits type of a thing with me. That's how I felt about their relationship, especially with her, when him proposing, and she still didn't want to move in. Like, I understand you have some insecurities, growing up in a foster care. I get it. I understand that, you know what I'm saying? And you might have some trust issues. I get it. But this man, it is even described when she's describing their relationship in the book, like this man has been good with her. He's never given her a reason to doubt him or anything like that. 4 years. I could see if you was 6 months, maybe even a year in. But 4 years, and this man hasn't done anything to make you distrust him, bitch, if you don't go see her somewhere. That's it. 2 stars for Brent, Sinatra, all of you. And I did not finish it, but I got through enough of it to rate it, and I'm gonna give it 2 stars. I couldn't even finish this book. And I was just really disappointed because I'm like, okay, where's this little boy gonna come in at? 179, at page 179, we should have picked up on something, not all this rigmarole and fucking crazy going on, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like, I had to skim through to find out, like, when are we gonna get more on this little boy? I was just like, girl, I ain't got time for this. This book was terrible. Girl. It made any sense. None of it made any sense. Somebody tell me, make it work. The story didn't work. It's just like, I can't even, it's like, even if I wanted to like this book, I couldn't even, because it made absolutely no sense. That's it for me. Yeah, this is probably one of the worst books that I've read for 2018. Like, this is terrible. Girl, if y'all can suggest a Mallory Monroe book to me that I will like, I don't mind drama. I don't even mind some bullshit and some stories. But this bullshit was ridiculous. I was just like, what? And I am willing to give anybody a fair shot when I read any books. This is bullshit. This is crazy. This is like, I was like, what the fuck is that? People calling a 26-year-old woman mom. What? Bitch, bye, go to bed. No. That is not happening. No. It's so many things just did not make sense in this book. It just, you know what, I'm going to stop now. That's it for me. I don't know. If you like drama and a little crazy, don't go by my opinion. This is just me giving my little rant recap of what I read. I don't know. Somebody might pick this book up and love it to death. I didn't. It was, and look at that cover. That is a gorgeous cover. But this, what's going on up in here? No, baby, no. So if anybody has another Mallory Monroe book that they would like to suggest, hit me up. Let me know. Comment. That is it. Until the next one, guys. Later days. Bye. And remember to like, share, and comment if you would like to. Until the next one. Bye.